Hi, and welcome to Life is Good Today. As I look over my life, the lessons in leadership have been a lot. Um, there were a lot of things I had to learn. In the beginning of my life, the first 40 years, I guess, I'll call the beginning of my life, I used to look into the world and think, where do I fit? And life was about competition. So as I look into the world, I see someone doing this or that, and I think I want to do that. So then I moved into competitiveness, and um, that's the way my life worked. So it was kind of dog eat dog, figure out what they're doing, see if I can beat them at it, and all that. And then as I began to really start looking inside, and then learning lessons from other people and different seminars and different areas that I was learning, being involved, what I found is that um, life doesn't have to be competition. I mean, I think it's always going on, don't get me wrong, but that isn't the way I have to live my life. And what I started to learn was, you know, it's better to create than to compete. I went to a course up in Canada with Strategic Coach, and one of the things he talked about is somebody's always going to steal his material, so what he needed to do is keep creating new material. And so that was a great lesson for me. It was a great course, and I learned a lot in the year or so I was up there. And then I came back, and that's when I was running Life Success and tried to apply that to how our operation worked and what I was doing in life. And so, by the way, that signal you see going behind me is Doogie circling the table because we haven't gone for a morning walk yet. It's a little nippy. And he's learned how to manipulate me, so that's what that's about. So you'll see a tail go by about every 2 seconds. Anyway, so learning to create, and I believe the truth is there's nothing new in the world. I mean, it's all the same stuff. And your job in life, or my job in life, is to look at what interests us and then package it different. Is to, for me, it's about saying it a different way. I like to use analogy a lot. I like to use humor a lot. And so that's my way of taking what I've learned from other people and then applying it in my way to teach or to be a resource to people in my life. So, there may be some areas in your life where you find yourself in competition, which can be kind of grueling and tiring. And that might be an area where you want to rethink it a little bit and say, you know what, instead of me competing with this person, why don't I learn from them? And then why don't I adapt it to how I like to do life, to my values, and then go ahead and do it that way. Because then it becomes more about you than it does about watching somebody else and trying to be them. And so, someone once told me, the world needs a Mike Monahan, it doesn't need a copy of me. And so that's our job in life, to be the best version of ourselves, to deliver that to the world, and not be a copy of somebody else that we admire or we want to compete with or whatever. It's like, okay, how do you be you and show up in life that way? Because that's where we're going to be most effective. So that's the thought of today. I'm going to be Mike Monahan. And today I know I'm blessed because this morning I got up, it's nippy outside, and I've been working on computer stuff, and I'm thinking, man, I'm worn out with this stuff. And I thought, oh, wait a minute, I got to put that storm window in the front storm door. So that was in the shed. The glass was freezing cold. It's cold outside. My fingers were hurting in about 5 minutes from old construction frostbite. And I'm thinking, man, am I a blessed guy. Every year around this time, I never forget what it was like to be a pipe fitter. And I'm thinking, man, I am so glad I don't have to work in this weather and freeze myself to death and then come home and try to get warm. So I'm blessed. I'm here in the house. In a few minutes, I get to take the boy here, Doogie, for a walk. And I'll get a little cold, but I'll warm back up again. So life is good today. Go out and create something and have some fun, because that's what it's all about. Life is good today because it's the only day I got, and I'm going to make the most of it. I hope you do too. I'll be talking to you soon. Bye-bye.